Would you like to hear about how my neighbor tried to burn down my house yesterday and then framed me as the dramatic one? I'd love to tell you. So yesterday, it is Saturday morning. I'm having like a little lie-in, little peaceful time. I'm sitting there in my bed and I start hearing something from outside. I'm like, you know what? Something is snap, crackling, and popping out there. If I didn't know better, I would say something's on fire. I get up, I go over to my window, I open it, and I see my neighbors outside doing yard work. Classic Saturday morning activity. But their version of yard work is they have gathered up all of the branches, all of the leaves, all of the weeds in the yard into a pile in the middle of the yard, and they have set it on fire. It's not even in anything, it is just on the grass, on fire. This pile is at the base of a tree. The tree has a dead branch hanging off of it. There's a guy on the ladder next to the tree, sawing at the dead branch so that the branch will drop down into the flames. I don't know if you have been to Texas lately. I don't know if you've heard about Texas lately. It has been so dry and so hot here that everything is just waiting for an opportunity to just all of the leaves in this yard, in his yard, everywhere. I am brown and dead on the branches. They are just so ready for the sun to look at them the wrong way so that they can explode. And this is not just my opinion. We are on a burn ban right now. We are not allowed to burn anything outside. And so I'm like watching this happen thinking, I'm gonna have to have a conflict today. It is looking like it is that time of the month. And I can already hear the comments. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, just call the city. It is ACAB in this house. And even if that weren't the case, do you know how cowardly it is to call law enforcement on somebody when that somebody is my neighbor and my neighbor is standing outside of their house and I could just go over there, have a conversation with them like they're a person? I will never be that lily-livered. If I don't care enough about something that somebody is doing to go just like have a chat with them, then I obviously don't care that much and I should just move on about my day, you know? So anyway, I walk over there. I call him over to the fence and I say, hello, we're on a burn ban right now. We can't be burning anything. And he goes, yeah, it's fine. I say, no, I don't think you understand. If one spark gets out of this fire and lands on anything, this whole neighborhood is in flames. And he goes, there's no sparks. I say, it's a fire. It's a fire. There's sparks. It's a fire. He goes, oh, you mean the ash? I say, sir, do you understand how dry the ground is that this fire is sitting on? Do you know how bad things could get and how quickly? And he goes, I mean, yeah, there's a risk, but it's a very low one. I say, why do you think we're on a burn ban right now? It's because the powers that be and the experts have looked at this situation and said the risk is not at all low. We are at extremely high risk of everything going up in flames at any given moment. There is not a single second of the day where the risk is low. At this point in time, please, nobody burn anything. And even if the risk were like somewhat low, let's talk about the risk that we're talking about. The risk that we were talking about is that everybody in this neighborhood loses everything they own today. Is that a risk that you're like comfortable shouldering? Are you happy with that? And he goes, I mean, it's like, it's the last of this stuff. This is almost over. Meanwhile, I am watching one of the other guys he is with go across the yard, pick up a bunch of branches, drop them into the fire. And I say, if this is the last of the stuff, then what did that guy put on there? And he goes, I mean, yeah, if you want to call a leaf stuff. And I say, I wish that I had shapeshifted into looking like a man before I started this conversation. I think it would be going very differently. Anyway, we kept going back and forth. Finally, he's like, I mean, if you want me to put it out, I will. And I ignore the fact that obviously he was saying that with so much derision in his tone that he was hoping that I would be like, oh no, it's no big deal. And I said, yes, I would like you to put it out. Please do that. So he did put it out. Everything is okay. I was not being the dramatic one in that situation. I was being reasonable.